Hello and welcome. I'm Victoria Corva. You can call me V. And today I am playing Fall in London, which I think will be the last time I play it for just a little while. I feel like it's about time for a break. You'll have to forgive me for stumbling a little bit through that opening. It's amazing what just a few weeks away can do in terms of your routine and your nerves. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna get into it today. I'm wondering what to start with, honestly. Like, I'd really love to make some progress on my ambition before I'm done here. I definitely love maybe to solve another case with a honey-addled detective. So I guess let's just see what we manage. I think I need to turn down the music a little bit. Hang on. There we go. All right. Okay. Well, let's start with some random events. A conversation in the rain. It's rare for the rains from the cavern roof to be anything but gentle. But today, some subterranean aquifer must have broken. The gutters overflow. Water pours from the eaves. Rain drips from the hats and noses of 3 furtive figures waiting on the street corner. Okay. Approach them boldly. Are they waiting to speak to you? Approach them furtively. Are they waiting to ambush you? Or listen from a distance. Are they talking about you? Let's listen from a distance. Words barely audible through the patter of the rain. They're talking about someone they call the Face Tailor. The hook-nosed woman seems eager. The frowning, top-hatted man is more skeptical. He mentions the ministry. The third, whose face you can't see, growls, "And when we're at our prayers, what then?" A mean little squall comes up, gusting cave-smelling rain spray in your face. Their conversation is lost in the wind. Time to move on. A twist in my tail uncovering the secrets of the Face Tailor. Oh, okay, I like that. We got here. A presumptuous little opportunity. The portly sommelier at Thrysus Wines is reorganizing his stock. If you're looking to exchange wine in quantity, now is your chance. Well, it looks like I'm not. I don't have enough wine. Thanks for nothing cards. Oh, gosh. A surface ties the assailant. You are assailed by a madman with a knife. Again! You recognize him from your life on the surface. But that grin! He's Jack of Smiles! Oh my goodness, Jack of Smiles. Oh my goodness. This is a surface tie? Fight him off. Has he been possessed? Is he copying other madmen? Has something terrible called him to the Neath? Right now, it doesn't matter. Knives are flashing. Okay, I can fight him off because I'm so incredibly dangerous now. Talk him out of it. Perhaps there is some vestige of sanity left. Perhaps you can talk to the man that was and get to the bottom of this. I mean, being attacked with a knife, I feel like talking is not really going to... I'm going to get wounded, I think, if I try and talk him out of it. I'm going to fight him off. Away into the shadows. Jack of Smiles doesn't like direct fights, and he runs for it when he sees you start to put up a fight. A few days later, you hear that this particular Jack has been lynched. At least that one won't bother you again. Oh my goodness. Well, that was dark. Another conversation in the rain? Interesting. Let's go back. I'm curious about this plotline. It's the same thing, so should I try approach them furtively? It's just increased. They're talking about someone they call the Face Tailor. The hook-nosed woman seems eager. The frowning, top-hatted man is more skeptical. She suggests raising the price. He mentions the ministry. The third of them, whose face is hidden, coughs suddenly, and they all fall silent. Do they spot you? You vanish into the falling rain. I'm really curious about this face, Taylor. If I'm completely honest with you. Okay. Pass the cat a wriggling delivery. Click. The game of Pass the Cat has grown fashionable lately, despite the Duchess's displeasure. Someone has selected you as the next link in the unwrapping chain. Accept the delivery. Sign for it? Why would you want me to sign for it? Or I use an elaborate strategy. Problems with scandal. Perhaps you can use this as a diversion, but it might rebound on you. I don't have any problems with scandal, I don't think. So I guess I'll just accept it. Muffled sounds. Is it trying to eat its way out of the box? That's a little worrying. More worrying, I think, is that there's a game where you just pass around a cat in a box. You now have a boxed cat, question mark. Okay, I need to go have a look at this cat. I want to open it. Or do I send it on to someone? Oh, I haven't got my experts today. It's okay, we'll work it out. A boxed cat. A struggling box. What could be in here? A tabby cat? A black cat? A really angry dwarf? Click on this item in your inventory to use it. Okay. Oh, I can post it to someone else. A gently rustling box sits on your dining room table. At least 2 layers remain. Are you ready to play Pass the Cat? Pass it on and wrap a single layer and post the box on to someone else. Or a wicked game and you'll have no part of it. Free the creature. Ooh. I mean, it's difficult because passing it on does sound really fun. In most games, I try to be a good person and make the good decision, and I would definitely like to free the cat from this box. But in Fallen London, and I'm gonna miss this about you, Fallen London, for however long I'm away. I really love how. I mean, it's just. You cannot be a good person in Fallen London. Everyone is furtive. Everyone is gossipy. Everyone is thieving. It's just, it's not even morally grey. It's morally, like, slate. It's just very dark. But, I kind of want to see the cat. But I feel like it's the last session. It's my last session, at least for a little while. So I'm going to pass it on to someone, and then we'll see what they get. Now, I did receive a box full of creatures from several weeks ago from Ninetailed. So I'm going to return the favor. My dear friend... 9. I'm not entirely convinced of this latest fad of ferrying felines about in packages. But I confess I am curious as to what happens at the end. Please enjoy this cat in a box. Unwrap it or don't, as you see fit. With kindest regards, Vendirith. There we go. That was semi-cohesive. I'm sending it. Oh no, I've lost my connection with the Duchess. Done. Perhaps you should ask them what the box contains. Perhaps it's best not to. Because it might not be a cat. Is this a bit of a Schrodinger's cat reference? It's like, we think it's a cat, but it's in a box, so we don't know. Well, it's definitely alive, whatever's in it. That's for sure. The Duchess has dropped to 1. Oh, you. Okay. Let me see. Night duty at the Concord Square. I don't want to help them. Drinking to forget. Let's click this. The beleaguered lawyer will pay handsomely for a tonic. He needs to blur a client's memory before they have their day in court. Oh my goodness. Supply a placebo. What difference will it make? It's all in the mind, after all. Oh, your persuasive quality gives you an 81% chance of success. Oh my gosh, and there's like there's actual laudanum that you could supply. But I'm just gonna supply a placebo. Face value. You hand over a flask of yellowish liquid and the lawyer thanks you profusely. The next day, the case is the talk of society. An extraordinary number of cleaning staff were required in the courtroom. Something in the food, perhaps? Oh my goodness. Oh, what yellow liquid did I give? What's in the bundle? Something keening. Oh, it's probably souls, right? Primordial screams? Shrieks! Some sounds have rung in the Neath since before the bazaar came. These, for instance. Wonderful. Oh, calmly enveloped! Hello and welcome! It's lovely to see you. I'm saying goodbye to Fallen London today, only for a little while because this game is massive and I will certainly be back. But I was thinking in the new year I might try another game for a little while on Wednesdays. How have you been? Okay. A sporting sort. Shroom hopping. Hello, Madam Libertine. Welcome. I'm going to click on this cute little ferret. Shroom hopping, weasel fights, spider pits. The opportunities for a sporting sort are without number in London. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, how are you all? Calmly Enveloped says, not great to be honest. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, it's really lovely to have you here. Worth a flutter. One of your sporting associates has a hot tip. The Turkish girl is on form for tomorrow's shroom hopping meeting. She favours boggy, spore-laden tracks, and you can get a cool 3-to-1 on her. Okay, so we think we could bet on someone who's good at shroom hopping. Okay. Madam Libertine says, doing well, glad we can hang out on a chill, rainy for me day. Oh, it's a bit rainy here as well, actually. As funny as that is, because I think we're quite far away. Yes, it is lovely to have you here. I'm going to bet on this shroom hopping, because I'll get some deep amber, and I like getting deep amber because it gets me in good with the rubbery men. It was one of my favourite factions in the game. Never in doubt. The Turkish girl is away at the first corner and lopes to an easy victory. The rubbery racer has malice in his yellow eyes, but doesn't get close enough to enact his presumably terrible schemes. Your bookmaker's look would grace a portion of chips. I don't quite get that. Your bookmaker's look would grace a portion of chips. Yeah, that's passed me by, unfortunately. Let's see, what else have we got? City Vices, a rather decadent evening. And a stranded urchin. Okay, I love talking to the urchin. I'm going to check my post. Maybe? I might not check my post yet. Let's do a stranded urchin. High above the cobbles lies the Flit, a rooftop kingdom ruled by the city's thieves. An urchin girl has been cast out. The price of her return is a painting. What? She says, picking her nose. You think we don't appreciate art up there? A painting? She shall have a painting. Create a work of staggering brilliance, or see what you can scrounge up. Well, I mean, I have a 100% chance of creating a masterpiece, so I think I will. Calmly Enveloped says, I think they are saying, like, they would grace even chips. Oh, okay, maybe. Let's see. Paint sprays, brushes fray and snap. 3 times you tear the canvas and start over. Before the night is done, you have created a masterpiece. Along the way, you've discovered some new perspective tricks and invented a radical stippling technique that is undoubtedly illegal. It's almost a shame to see a work like this wasted on the untutored eyes of thieves and grubby urchins. Still, a promise is a promise. The girl takes it happily. Apparently she likes the red bits. The powers of the Flit approve, admitting her into the high places once more. Over the next week, she repays you in tidbits of information overheard on the rooftops. Okay, I always like making portraits and doing things for the urchins. I've realised that my next stream is actually on New Year's Eve. which is a little bit, like, I don't know whether anyone's going to be around for that stream, but I kind of still want to stream. I think I'll be streaming Wildermyth, which might be the next kind of big game I'll be playing. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's a very cool game. Wait, no, Madame Liberty knows what it is. I think you're the first person I heard talking about it. I've just started playing it, and it's really, it's got really good story and really good gameplay, and beautiful art, and that's kind of, I love games like that. You love Wildermyth, says Madame Liberty. Yes, I'm pretty sure I heard about it from you. So I'm looking forward to that. Madame Libertine says, I heard they added a lot recently. I mean, I don't know. I've only just started playing. But it certainly seems like there's a lot of stories. Okay, I'm gonna check my messages. So, Alquil has offered to help you become more watchful. Yes, please. A class from your patron. Alright, if I challenge my patron, I become substantially more adept. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm just always going to do that. Calmly Enveloped says, so what kind of games do you really enjoy most, V? Maybe I could give you recommendations in future? Oh, thank you. Well, honestly, it's kind of hard to say. Like, I really enjoy RPGs. I really enjoy text adventures. I often enjoy strategy games. I play shooters. I play puzzle games sometimes. I like walking sims if they have a really good sense of atmosphere. I don't know, I kind of play a bit of everything, but then I'm quite picky about what I actually end up sticking with. Things that make me like a game will be if there's cute creatures in it. That goes a long way. So, I'm not going to send a message today. Well, maybe I can send a message. Your protege Vendir challenged you during a masterclass. Though it became tense, the lesson was mutually profitable. Let's see. I just don't see why reading the works of Herlock Sholmes should do anything to help me become more watchful. Surely fiction can't teach us anything practical. Not a thing I actually believe. Funny thing to challenge on and be told you're wrong. Call Me About says Walking Sims, so like What Remains of Edith Finch or Gone Home. I mean, those are two that I have heard of and have not played. I watched someone play Firewatch and Soma, and I enjoyed both of those. I do also kind of like horror games, but they're very hard for me to play if they're actually scary, and I don't know that I would ever stream one. I'm the kind of person who, when I get the opportunity to play a horror game, I frequently like find one of my siblings who is less frightened than me, and I'm like, can you play through this really scary bit for me? Let's see. City Vice is a rather decadent evening. I think we're gonna get quite a lot done today on this stream. It's exciting. A select occasion. But if you can get an invitation, the wine and honey should be flowing freely. Engineer an invitation. You'll use up a bohemian favor. Sure. A wonderful evening. You can be drunk while in a honey dream. That's interesting. Drunk or sober, in dreams or in the damp reality of fallen London, you manage to make quite an impression. And you take some goodies home with you. Oh my goodness, I got so much stuff. My someone is coming is increasing? What does this mean? Okay, I've got a bit of scandal. That's not upsetting. Calmly Enveloped says Soma is more horror than just Walking Sim IMO. I got that sense as well. I wouldn't say walking sims are like my main interest though. I definitely much prefer RPGs. Just any kind of game with a certain amount of, like a small amount of challenge. You can play horror if it has a good story and either in the present day or sci-fi, not fantasy. Oh, interesting. Not fantasy horror? Let's refresh my actions. Okay. Alright, let's go work on my ambition. Because we found a sardonic musical singer to teach your half-wild mandrake. So I think that's going pretty well. Oh no, I need some honey. I need 400 drops of prisoner's honey. How expensive is that? In the bazaar. Where do you buy prisoner's honey? I don't want to use it. No. Probably not in the hattery. Oh my goodness, look at all these hats! Anyway. Do you have prisoner's honey? No, you seem to sell gloves. Outfitted, probably not. There's a shop just called Mercury, but it's all shoes? No. American's Exchange. Prisoner's honey. Oh, that's only 40. You only have 40 of them. I need 400. Don't use. I don't think I'm going to be progressing. I don't think I'm going to be progressing on that right now. It's a shame. Wait. Reservation at the Royal Bethlehem. Let's see, there's nowhere like the Royal Bethlehem Hotel. Its luxury is unparalleled, its guests beyond baroque. Lock your door, you don't know who you might wake up in bed with. Oh my goodness. Allows 4 cards in your hand. It costs 4,000 drops of prisoner's honey. Woo. I don't know about that one. Let's see. Comedy Envelope says, are you okay with the sea, ocean, and being underwater? Only some of the time. I'm a little bit agoraphobic, and some games where you spend a lot of time swimming, I just get very spooked. Or rather frightened. Snowbound. The path to your lodgings is blocked. Oh, that's how you just get more of that weird not snow, right? I mean, it's Comedy Enveloped is sort of complicated because it's like I am fascinated by ocean environments and underwater creatures, but also if it feels vast and empty, which is honestly the best environment, it's kind of scary. You really enjoy Subnautica? See, that is an example of the genre of game I actually find very difficult to play because it's I was watching someone play it, and I thought it was really pretty. But much like games like Animal Crossing and Minecraft, which I mean I do love Minecraft, but and any game where you're like growing a farm, I find you spend a lot of time repetitively collecting resources to craft things, and I don't like doing that. So I often really enjoy those games, but like for like a day, which is not usually worth my time. Minecraft I get a little bit more mileage out of, but not a lot. I play it kind of frequently for short bursts. True, though you never grew a farm in it? Oh, fair enough. No, it's got that kind of feel to it for me, that you're just constantly crafting things and improving your environment. I do love the exploration aspect of it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hang on. What am I doing? I can't do my ambition. Let's go see if the honey-addled detective has anything for us. The clay quarters. What the heck? This is new. This is new. I didn't have this before. Beneath London are a myriad of tunnels dug deep into the earth. The clay men regularly close old entrances and carve out new ones. It is rare that the same route down can be used twice. I've never been here! Where do the clay men go when they aren't working? Is it true they've dug a city for themselves under Ladybones Road? Commonly Enveloped says, I don't enjoy Minecraft. There's more loose goals and story. I prefer a more solid story and NPCs I can talk to. That's why I like Stardew more. I don't think I would enjoy Stardew at all, although I do like the idea that it has story. I don't like farming. I just don't like farming. I really liked being free roaming. I either want a really good story or to be really free roaming, I think. It's hard. This is what I mean, like, it's hard to explain what I like, because I like a lot of different and conflicting things. Enter the clay quarters. Where do the clay men go when they aren't working? Is it true they've dug a city for themselves under Ladybones Road? Open a way to the clay quarters. Let's go. Calming Belt says it's interesting to talk about, though. Oh, well, I'm glad. I've liked hearing your perspectives as well. Digging deeper, the clay man stares at you blankly, shifting his laden hod from one shoulder to the other. He's the one, though. When you produce a pouch of moon pearls, his impassivity disappears. The moon pearls vanish into a huge grey hand. He leads you hastily into a reeking alley behind a burnt-out public house. As he keeps a nervous watch, how singular to see a clay man fidget. You heave open the doors to the beer cellar. A tunnel in the middle of the floor burrows deep under the city, its loamy walls crawling with softly luminous beetles. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a completely new area to me. The clay quarters. The clay quarters, a tangled maze of tunnels stretching for lightless miles beneath the city. Some say the constables abandon murderers down here. Some say the Vake prowls the dripping corridors. That's the creature I'm hunting. But what the hell, you've got some string, you'll probably be fine. Assist at a mud surgery. A clay mine tunnels toward the river. Injured clay men line its passages, trying to patch their wounds with deposits dug from the walls. Oh, that's fascinating. I would like to do that. Track down a recidivist. He took refuge here after escaping custody. The constables aren't welcome down here, and they'll pay for his return. Recidivist? I want to help the clay men repair themselves. You can emancipate the clay men! I don't have the option yet, but I saw that down there. Delicate work. Their broad clay hands, so deft at hauling cargo, fumble at doctor's work. Your tools are a trowel, a brush, a bucket of sodden, freshly dug clay, and your own fingers. You spend the day restoring sagging loam faces and filling dents in earthy shoulders. They pay you in impurities panned from their vein of fresh clay, nuggets of gold, fragments of jade. Okay. I'm glad we could help with that. Oh, hang on, we've got new options here. What do I need to do this? I need a finder of heiresses and a strong-packed labor. A recidivist is someone who reoffends in a criminal sense? Thank you, Commonly Enveloped, that's helpful. That is completely clarifying. So our options here are decipher Loamsprack poetry. Lengthy Loamsprack verses have begun to appear on walls throughout the quarter. The longer walls, anyway. That seems good. Coax society secrets from the clay men. The things they must have heard if only they realized they'd heard them. I'm going to decipher the poetry. This is very interesting. Read. Remember Polythreme. It's the work of the pirate poet, the renegade clay woman. She recalls her home, far off, living Polythreme, where the roads curse the feet that tread them, and we were divided and set apart. Interesting. Oh my goodness, there's so much to do here. Assist a ragged-sleeved academic. His research has hit a clay wall of silence. Yes. Anthropology. You fill a notebook with observations. The way the new Loamsprack words are constructed by setting old words on top of one another. The special status they award masterless clay men, somewhere between prophets and bombs. Your employer, thrilled, pays you in moon pearls and the promise of a mention in a peer-reviewed journal of modest but respected circulation. Oh, okay. Calmly envelops as pirate poet. That is such an awesome title descriptor. I was thinking that. It is quite the title. Alright. Alright, and we haven't done this yet, so let's coax society's secrets from the clay men. Lady V is religiously punctual about her Thursday appointment with the urbane physician. The invitees to Lord B's Weast Nights read like a peerage of the espionage profession. And then there's Lord F's attic room, the one that locks from the outside. That's dark. That last one, oh my goodness. Okay, that was really, really interesting. Now, where do I find... I've got a card waiting. Ooh. An implausible penance. At the Catholic Church of St. Leonard, off Flowerdean Street, the priest takes a frankly heterodox approach to confession. Trade stories with him and he will pass on commissions and opportunities as penance. Oh, this is a fake priest, a criminal like leader priest. Interesting. Opportunities. The smuggler's grave. Your soul has seen better days. Perhaps you should look for a replacement. Or bare-knuckled prize fight. Seek spiritual consolation through mortification of the flesh. I know just the people to mortify it. Oh my goodness. Okay, do we want to go beat up some people? Or do we want to go get some souls? I think I want the souls. Okay. The smuggler's grave. You've picked up a tip. In a city where death is a temporary inconvenience, graves are often empty and graveyards quiet. They make ideal spots for smugglers to store their loot. 1 stone in 1,000. Now, if I were a grave filled with illicit goods transported at night out of the sight of the constables, which grave would I be? Try to glimpse a notorious smuggler. Persistent rumours have placed a notorious honey smuggler at the graveyard. The constables would pay for a detailed description. Ooh, I want the honey. There's a 28% chance. But who would I be if I didn't take an incredibly low chance? No, we failed. Nothing visible. It takes a few days of vigilance before the notorious honey smuggler shows his face. Well, he doesn't actually show his face at all. He's bundled up in scarves and his hat is pulled low. He meets a pair of tomb colonists in the dead of night. As they leave, the smuggler throws something casually into the bush you are hiding in, the stump of a candle. It is covered in teeth marks. Covered in teeth marks? Is the notorious honey smuggler actually like a really tall rat? Covered in teeth marks. Are you being a pirate? Oh, I think we've got some pirate poetry from Calmly Enveloped. Upon the empty sea where I steal to survive, I think upon what has been taken from me so many moons ago now. I track my time by the waves that rise up against me and fall back down. Silent like forces that gave me no other choice. So my weapon is my voice, my breath deports safe to me, my heart the currents of the sea. That is some top-notch pirate poetry, Calmly Enveloped. Excellent. I love it. Thank you for sharing. I think one of my favorite things about the Fallen London streams is just that it's just a bunch of like very talented people writing in the chat. Let's see. I want to find the honey-addled detective. Is it at Moloch Street? working with the honey-addled detective. Seeking documents in the sunken embassy? The Celestial Embassy was once a grand pagoda looming over the rooftops of the fourth city. Well, our very first jobs in Fallen London was the honey-addled detective, so I'm definitely going to do that right now. He was a great mind once. Now he haunts his cavernous rooms on Moloch Street, half out of his mind on prisoner's honey. He still takes clients, but he passes the work on to promising outsiders. Lucky for you. The Case of the Starving Poet. The honey-addled detective admires his reflection in the bowl of a silver honey spoon. The rumour is that this gentleman is plotting against the masters of the bazaar. Our client wishes you to determine if there's any truth in the rumours. Okay. We're having a very poetry-themed day today. Let's go after the Case of the Starving Poet. Salvation or damnation. Show him to be innocent and you will be paid well. Show him to be guilty and there may be a bonus. This is Fallen London, where the truth does not matter. Okay. I'm going to pursue my current case. Frequent key locations. The places that have been important in the case, perhaps they're worth revisiting. Or loosen tongues and see what they let slip. Well, let's start with frequenting the key locations. A long afternoon. Your feet are sore, your ears are cold. You've gleaned a few more details, but little of use. Oh, failed. Let's try again. Aha! A pattern is forming. Strangers, bystanders, eyewitnesses, and just possibly a familiar face. I've gained 6 detectives' progress for a total of 9. How many do I need for the next stage? 15. Okay. Follow persons of interest. You have some names and faces, but it's vitally important to remain unseen. Let's go. We succeeded! The places they go, the people they see. It makes a little more sense now. Okay, we have 14. We have 1 left to get. Inquire with the devils! Every time. In matters of perfidy, consult experts. Spend souls to make more reliable progress. I need 25 souls. Okay, that's fine. Professional interest. Your contact is familiar with the affair. She shares what she knows, speculating wickedly on the motives of those involved. Okay, we've got enough. Closing the case, the starving poet. Your investigation is complete, but what will you do with the truth? Let's see. Turn in the poet to the authorities. Oh, hang on, sorry. You've enough material to make a report. There is eyewitness evidence that he's been seen speaking to anarchists. Not to anarchists. Turn in the poet to the authorities. You'll be well paid, and he's a villain by association, if nothing worse. Nah. Oh no, it's the bomb revolutionaries. I was thinking anarchy? Not that scary. Bomb revolutionaries, quite scary. Let's see. Warn the revolutionaries that the poet is being investigated. Never mind that simpering milksop. Your natural loyalties lie with men and women of action. Drop the case. This makes you uneasy. Walk away. Go to the authorities. But warn poet first. Perhaps he's not all that bad, or perhaps he'd like to impress his bohemian friends. I have not found and resolved the complication opportunity card. But I might at any moment. I got it! Haha! See, I've actually learned something about how to play this game in all this time. I'm quite pleased. How will you proceed? Watch and learn. Observe one of these meetings and you'll learn more, but what if you're spotted? Or ask cautious questions. Okay, I want to resolve this, so I am actually going to ask cautious questions. An eyewitness. Every Wednesday and Friday he stops by the pie card in Elderwick. He gets as many eel pies as he can carry. He heads down to Spite and he comes back with a stack of paper. Reads it, burns it. I sees the smoke coming out of the chimney. Okay. So, if I pursue my case again, I need to get a little bit more. Nice going, V. Thank you, Calmly Enveloped. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can actually finish this. Okay, so now I have 6. No, I have a total of 15. Oh, I'm out. Refresh. 20 action points. Dun, da, da. We did it. Okay. So I'm going to close the case. And why can't I do this yet? You can't do this when you have a complication, a revolutionary connection? Well, then why did I do that? Alright. Sorry, I was trying to warn you. I guess I'm gonna turn you in. A satisfactory resolution. You turn over your dossier on the starving poet. The constables seem disappointed that there is no mention of murder or bomb making, but they arrest him anyway. He is sent to New Newgate, and the constables pay you generously for your work. On your next trip to Vale Garden, you are repeatedly referred to as a spineless lackey of the establishment, and nobody buys you a drink. Look, I didn't have a lot of options. All of the revolutionary quest lines seem to involve blowing up buildings, which I'm just not super keen on. But also I couldn't warn the poet, which I would have really liked to do. So, oh, I have become a cop. Look, they like me now. We're gonna have to get rid of that. The case is closed. Record the matter in your journal. A kettle on the boil, an armchair awaiting your grateful weight, the temptingly creamy surface of an empty page. Perhaps one day you'll publish. Sure, record it in my journal. Okay. Your complication, a revolutionary connection quality is gone. Why did I have that? I thought I resolved it by doing the card. Life on Ladybones Road? The rattle of a passing hansom? The rattle of a passing hansom, the easy whistle of a constable as he proceeds in the direction of the docks, the soft creak of ropes strung from Hangman's Arch, and the cheerful chatter of the crowd as it disperses after the hanging. Oh my goodness. Making your name, begin a case, the disappearing heiress. Oh, her father is desperate, but he has a low opinion of the constabulary. He would like to engage your services. That's interesting. Discover the secrets of the clay men! They stump solemn and silent through the Ladybones bustle. Associate yourself with a different philosophy. Perhaps you don't like being associated with your current philosophy. With a little work, you can change the public perception of your intellectual methods. No, I think I'm okay. I wanted to discover the secrets of the Claymen. I always wanted to discover the secrets of the more unusual people here. They are the silent servants of the nobility and the brute strength of the Wolfstack docks. But can they be trusted? Scour the bookshops. The alleys behind Jekyll Gardens are stuffed with occult bookstools. Perhaps you can pick up some mineralogical tidbits. Or follow one of them. His path will take him through Flowerdene, whose denizens pounce on any whiff of weakness. I want to scour the bookshops. That sounds amazing. Calmly Belt says, if you discover their secrets, does that mean they'll become putty in your hands? But tish. Thanks, Calmly Enveloped. I'm gonna scour the bookshops. Aha! A long, tedious day of trawling, but your tenacity has paid off. Your head is crammed with recipes for our galacious earth and useful phrases of Loamsbrack, and you have discovered that claymen can love, although it's not clear how they express their passions. That's what a ridiculous discovery, air quotes. Alright. Hey, wait, huh? So the disappearing heiress or a furtive duo seeks your expertise concerning tattoos. What's in that crate they've brought and their accents? Russian? That sounds interesting. Maybe we should I should begin making my name the case of the disappearing heiress. A tragic tale. The adventurous Contessa has been gone for 3 days. Her father's strong box lies mangled on the study floor. Daddy will give anything to see that money again. And his darling little girl, of course. That goes without saying. Oh no. The adventurous Contessa. Okay. Well, let's just... that's got a higher chance. Secrets? No, of course, you won't tell a soul. Absolutely. Another glass? Okay. Let's just keep getting up the amount. How much do we have now? Okay. A development. Just like that, the pieces fall into place. So we've looked around. The Contessa is missing, and so are the contents of her father's strongbox. Revisit the lady's favourite haunts. You know enough about the Contessa's tastes to follow her trail. One of her friends will know something. Or interrogate the manservant. Clay men are not renowned for their chattiness. The Comtesse manservant, 7 foot of cracked mud in a damp tuxedo, is taciturn even by their standards. Will he crumble under your questioning? I have a 58% chance in both. I'm going to talk to the manservant. The passion of a clay man. Was that the glint of a tear, or just a bit of quartz? In either case, it is clear that the manservant cares deeply for the missing Contessa. You manage to coax 3 words from him. She is beneath. Beneath? Ah ha ha ha. I think we've worked something out there. Okay, okay. I need more detective's progress. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Look to love. If they did it for love, okay. A development. Well, let's revisit the lady's favourite haunts. One of her friends will know something. Carmen Envelope says they aren't just known for their chattiness. In fact, they'll often stonewall you. I think you're a little bit on a roll today. Connected to the clay. Oops. A bespectacled young devil behind the counter at Dante's Grill saw the Contessa last night. She had a companion, he says. A large gentleman with a muddy complexion, if you know what I mean. Are you going to order something, or do I have to fetch Milo? A clay man. This is worrying news. Clay men, especially the unfinished ones, can be dangerous. You hurry back to the Comte with the information. I mean, are they especially dangerous? This is quite a long case. I'm going to keep pursuing the case. I'm going to seek the truth in the gossip. I'm going to look to love. I'm going to inquire with the devils. And we've got another development. Okay. Navigate the labyrinth. Oh no. You suspect that the missing Contessa is somewhere in the clay quarters, far beneath Ladybones Road. Or disguise yourself. On the other hand, why skulk in the tunnels? Slap a bit of mud on your face and ask directions from the real claymen. It looks like my watch rolls a higher chance of success. I'm going to do the higher chance for once, because I'm curious about this case. Failed. What's that smell? You take a wrong turn and find yourself in fallen London's noisome sewers. The stench is quite remarkable. You escape via the first available manhole and squelch your way home. Okay. Does that mean I have to do more investigation? No, I can do it again. I'm gonna try again. Failed. Come on. Come on, I had a half chance. Slightly better than half. Yes! Useful stuff, String. After many hours, you reach a cavern lit with foxfire candles. The space is crammed with clay men. At its centre, on a dais, stands an unfinished stone replica of the missing Comtessa. A sculptor shapes the planes of her face with muddy fingers. You are not particularly surprised to see it is the family manservant. Obviously, the butler did it. Then you see the unfinished statue's eyes. Wide, green, human. She's being turned into a statue? By all of the clay men? Oh, this is strange. Oh, this is very strange. Love and death in the clay quarters. To find the missing Comtessa, you must confront her abductor far beneath the city. The tunnels are unnaturally quiet as you descend. The clay manservant is waiting for you beside the statue of his missing mistress. She is become stone, he says in slow, clotted loamsprack. She loved me. I stole from her father, so that we might escape. Now we shall be stone together. The work is almost finished. She cannot be flesh again. You stare at the statue. A pair of frightened green eyes stare back at you. I don't know what to do. Smash the statue, you can't leave her like this. Or leave her to her muddy paramour. Who are you to interfere with the course of true love? I wish I'd had a chance to speak to her before all of this happened. Like, did she want this? Is she being turned into a clay man, I guess is my question. If she is, I should leave her alone. And he says, the working is almost finished, she cannot be flesh again. If I smash it, does it save her or does it kill her? Oh my goodness. Fixato, hello and welcome! Fixato says you gotta investigate this, leave no stone unturned. Oh my goodness. Colleen envelops says, damn it. So Fixato, how are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely week. I mean, if she chose to leave, and there's all of these other clay men as part of it, it doesn't feel like a simple kidnapping. Smash the statue, end her. Oh, I see. Or leave her to her muddy paramour. Leave her. Oh, I'm not gonna kill her. Oh, no. Fixatus is sleepy, but fine. You? Oh, I'm fine, yeah. I was a bit nervous to be streaming again after a break, but I'm feeling positive. I'm back to normal routine next week, but this week is still kind of all up in the air. Let's see. Leave her to her muddy paramour. I'm gonna leave her. I'm not killing her. Oh, a trophy wife. Whatever your motives, you leave the clay man to complete his infernal work. Perhaps the Comtessa really does love him. Perhaps she will enjoy her new life in the roots of the city. Your life still awaits you above. I've gained a new quality, nightmares. I now have one extraordinary implication. Oh no. An occurrence, your mired and clay quality is now 5, beloved. Okay, that's earned me some favor with the clay men. Calmly enveloped says there are some fates worse than death. That is true, but it seems like she chose this fate. If that makes sense. Is it my job to kill a woman who decided to do this? And I don't completely know what was happening. I'm not sure she was just being turned into a statue. I think it may have been more complicated than that. The clay men have a kind of magic and mysticism about them that we don't completely understand. Fixado says it's her consent set in stone. Oh my goodness. Her eyes were frightened, but that doesn't mean she wanted me to kill her. She did look scared, but I think you can be scared of things that you have chosen. I don't think killing her was the right move. I don't think it was an easy decision in either case, but I don't think killing her was the right move. And again, the fact that there were loads of other clay people there also made me feel like there was something more going on than I understood. And just running in and killing a missing girl was not the right thing to do. The burden of truth. Oh gosh, it's not over. Colin Velt says, but maybe, yeah, you could find some way to cure her. Well, this is the thing. We don't know exactly what was going on. Just running in and smashing her, like, what does that achieve? The burden of truth. A tablet or something, oh my goodness. The burden of truth. The Comtessa's father sits with impeccable posture. An empty bottle of port rests on his desk. His empty strongbox still rests on the floor. A portrait of the Comtessa hangs over the mantel, barely visible in the light of the dying hearth. So, he says, looking past you, you must have encountered many distressing sights in your work. How do you live with that, with what you know? The anchoress's promise. All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. No. The implacable's lesson. It's better to swallow a single hard truth than 1,000 soft lies. The unconfined delight. All truths are valuable, the more painful ones especially so. Your own mental fortitude. Mysticism, rationalism, or radical nonsense won't help. You've only got yourself to rely on. I guess that. I don't know. I've lost a quality subtle. I always lose subtle. I want to be subtle. Self-reliance. Her father reaches for his bottle. Its lightness seems to surprise him, for he sets it back with a forlorn sigh. Perhaps I should be stronger. Should have been stronger. Does it even matter now, though, with the soulless epidemic, that abominable brass embassy, and you, unable to bring back my... He shakes his head and gestures that you should leave. He did not seem to care that much about his daughter. I think he's mad I didn't bring back his money. Oh, my name is chiseled in Loamsprack. This is very strange. Okay, we've got maybe half an hour left of the stream. I'm still feeling good. I'm going to keep going. Let's see. Divining the dirigibles. A wealthy, secretive individual requires an investigative genius to deduce the pattern behind the occult New Newgate prison dirigible schedule. Oh, I'm out of... It's my last stream. I'm going to refresh. Okay. Cracking the timetable. It's based on no sane calendar, but the dirigible schedule does seem to have some pattern to it. This is going to take considerable upward observation. Or, hang on, where's that one going? One particular dirigible doesn't visit New Newgate Prison at all. Where is it going? I have a 100% chance of cracking the timetable, but I'm curious about this strange dirigible, and I'm going to click it. Oh no! Fixato says, these golems are handsome. I'm a sucker for a chiseled jaw. Oh my goodness. Occluded by bats. You track the dirigible for 2 hours as it ascends toward the cavern roof. The craft disappears into a huge swarm of swirling bats and out of your view. You do not see it again. Where did it go? Oh, I want to try again. No, it's gone forever. Ooh, what? This looks good. Park and Palace Society. Riches, power, beauty, refinement. The great, if not necessarily the good. Let's see. Nip an inconvenient rumour in the bud. There are whispers of a certain lawyer's rubbery interests. If this reaches the ears of Slowcake's editors, the damage to their reputation may be irreparable. Interesting. What else can I do? I have no other options. Let's just go ahead and do that. I've gained suspicion! An oath at midnight. All traces of the rumour can be traced to one individual. You catch them outside the door to their home one late evening, as they whistled for want of trousers from The Painted Youths of Somerset, a merry farce. No, you don't want their golden rings or jewelled brooches. You want their silence. The lawyer pales, covers their mouth, before asking if you intend to steal their tongues. The very idea of it is enough for them to promise their silence. Oh, I've just gone and absolutely threatened someone. I never really know exactly what I'm doing in this game. I think my music is turned off. Hang on. There we go. A pronouncement from the Empress. The newest source of excitement in London is a full-page advertisement printed on everything. On the pages of the Morning Gazette, pasted on walls and telegraph poles, given out as a handbill by insistent ministry auditors. Go on a simple walk down Flowerdene Street and you'll end up with at least 3 copies. Let's see. Even the most recondite publications have somehow been persuaded to reprint it. It can be found among the proceedings of obscure secret societies and on the pages of banned socialist newspapers. The source of the surprise announcement is the Shuttered Palace. Her enduring majesty is rarely seen in public and hardly communicative to her subjects since the fall. Some sort of proclamation from the palace is shocking news. Read the announcement if you can stomach so many capital letters. Let's read it. Curious. It is in the style of all things that come out of the palace, both baroque and menacing. Giant capitals scream into your eyes about Her Majesty's many titles and honours by way of introduction. A summons is issued to all loyal and seditious subjects alike, as well as any foreign residents, dignitaries, or visitors from distant lands, and a date set. The morning of December 31st, the front gates of the Shuttered Palace. No hint of what message exactly the Empress wishes to impart on her good subjects, but it is unmistakable that she has something she very urgently wishes to say. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. There's a commotion at Moloch Street Station. Moloch Street Station is where the soulless depart London for hell. Today a small crowd has gathered around a figure in a bowler hat just outside the steps of the station. Move along, you have other business here. This will permanently dismiss this storylet? Oh, you have to pay for it. Please dismiss it. Okay. Let's see what else we can get on with. Hello, Logas. Welcome. What's more interesting is that tomorrow is a new exceptional story day and new premium story day, while the day after tomorrow is the announcement. Yes, it does seem like there's a lot going on. Interesting. Let's see. The clay quarters are really interesting. Let's go to Vale Garden. We haven't been there in a little while. Unfinished business in Vale Garden. Oh, I can't do any of this. Why can't I do any of this? I'm not important enough. I thought there are other parts of Vale Garden. Oh, there are. Singing Mandrake. Oh, thank you for the heads up, hello guys. Let's see. I don't feel like there's a lot to do here right now, but I am going to go and visit the Sorrow Spiders. So this is going to be my last visit for a little while. Then I absolutely need to go and visit the Sorrow Spiders today. Fixata says, unfinished business in Vale Garden. Sounds like an adventure shrouded in mystery. Mr. Chimes's grand clearing out broke the earth beneath the singing mandrake, narrowly avoiding it tumbling into the depths. The pub has been shored up, and a permanent, if narrow, entrance remains at the back of its cellar. Will you descend beneath to the Spider Symposium? Perhaps you wish to check that it is in no danger of finishing its debates. Or perhaps you want to participate. I definitely want to descend into the place of spiders. Sides in a debate. A sorrow spider the size of a Great Dane sidles up to you. Are you refreshments? Its many eyes peer hopefully at you, and then behind you. We are long overdue a break. As one of the younger members of the symposium, this spider is rarely permitted the floor. Prohibited from addressing its fellows, it turns to you. The subject is language and its relationship to our sapience. We are meant to be agreeing conclusions, and I'm not allowed to scuttle out for an eyeball till we have. Okay, last time we aligned with the isolated titan. Let's have a look here. Add your voice to that of the smaller spiders. They possess a devil-may-care attitude toward debates. One posits that some problems are so intractable that it is a waste of time to try to solve them. It is rapidly clicked into silence by its elders. Align with the isolated titan. It is the size of a shire horse and holds prime position on the center of the ceiling, but its eyes are milky with age and its limbs creak as it waves a leg to punctuate its point. Or, speak for the self-proclaimed scholars in their prime. Large, nimble, quick to leap both to a rebuttal and onto an opponent's web. If the hairs on their abdomen are starting to grey, well, it would be an impoliteness to draw attention to it. One does not wish to be impolite with sorrow spiders. Okay, I think this time I'm going to side with the self-proclaimed scholars in their prime, because we did the Titan last time, and I'm worried that if I side with the smaller spiders, that they will end the symposium and then go and eat everyone, because they don't seem interested in debating. So let's go with these. Smug and looking for battle. That you understand and support their viewpoint is a sign of your comprehension and good taste. That they pivot their position to prolong debate is merely an indication of their thoroughness in presenting every possible angle on a given subject, and not, in any way, a sign that they enjoy the sound of their own voices. You and they are, in their arguments, entirely correct. Others must be made to understand, and in doing so, to value their insight and generosity in so sharing. Okay, this is good because they seem prone to waffling, so they'll keep the debate. Propose a pertinent point. The scholars in their prime have arrayed themselves on levels around the chamber as if it were an amphitheatre. To speak for them, you need only stand at the front of one wall. From there, you have hundreds of spiders before you and at your back. The symposium is discussing language. But what aspect? Its relationship to thought, parts of speech, the nature of meaning, how it relates to truth or reality. Yes, snaps a rose-red scholar, clearly not entirely enthusiastic about the subject matter. You are a novelty here, and are permitted to speak. Okay, we can suggest that thought shapes language. We have an 86% chance. Probe them on the nature of truth. We have a 34% chance. Posit that language makes reality. We have a 24% chance. Or suggest that they define knowledge. We have an 18% chance. I mean, we've successfully done thought shapes language before. I'm interested, maybe, let's probe them on the nature of truth. To strive this hard for a conclusion implies a belief in an immutable truth, discoverable through debate and logic. But what does one even mean by truth? Just keep them talking. Let's go. Failed. Brought back into order. The symposium bursts into discussion, to be rapidly silenced by a young spider, only the size of your head, dislodging loose rocks from the ceiling. You and several spiders are forced to dive for cover. Ahem, it says. Ahem. This is a mere digression, proposed out of desperation by a scholar with nothing legitimate to add to the discussion at hand. I suggest that, provisionally, we accept that truth is that which ascribes to those things corresponding to reality, and we can return to our previous subject, which has not been resolved to my satisfaction. The spider may not be venomous, but the look it gives you certainly is. Okay, well, we failed at that one. We can just keep trying, though. Success! Redirected debate. At first, a young spider only the size of your head tries to reject this angle of discussion, suggesting that it is an entirely different subject to that of the debate on language. He is not so much overruled as overspoken. A flurry of voices, some soft and silken, some so high as to be barely audible, consider the question. Conversation runs, at least in academic terms, amok. The most prominent conversation moves swiftly from the correspondence, theory of truth, to a fierce argument about perception, and whether truth is even a perceptible thing. An elderly spider gets sidetracked by the topic of optical illusions, and openly wonders whether you could be fooled in the same way as itself. For it even to consider whether you are its peer, even if only academically, is a sign of favour. Okay. We have 15 chelicerae clicked in applause. We're doing well. We could accept a volume of collated research. Wait, but if we get more chelicerae, we can get better stuff? Oh, let's do that. I'm going to do this one and see if we can get some more chelicerae. So, as a great poet said, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Do the spiders know the quote? How long have they been confined down here? Ah, they definitely do. Several opposing arachnids hiss their disapproval of what they consider a tired point, and an exhausted quotation. However, though the phrase may be hackneyed, they must not dismiss the point on that basis. While names are powerful, they cannot transform reality. Language is a tool for comprehension and communication, but nothing more. Those spiders you support rub their pedipalps together in approval, but several others join them. You have swayed some spiders to your side. I've gained 5 more chelicerae clicked in approval. Okay, hang on. Can I get more stuff? How many do I need? 60! Holy cock. I don't think we're going to do that today. What if I just keep doing that one over and over again forever? I don't think it's going to take too long. Alright, let's go find something else to do. We'll come back another time. A visit. One of your acquaintances is receiving visitors. Who will you call on? No one, apparently. Ponder on solitude. It has been said that solitude can refresh the busy mind, but such is only true when the choice to be alone is your own. I just don't have any acquaintances. I don't know what to say. The formation of friendships. To truly enjoy peace and quiet, one must have friends and neighbours to ignore. You must seek society to find those you can relish avoiding. Okay. Calmly enveloped says, holy carp, don't just flounder around then like a fly in a web. Loga says you could try one of the days of Saxmas. Yeah, we could give that a go. Let's see. Day 1, a peevish visit from Mr. Sax. A knock on your door. A hunched figure. Every year, this crimson beast of winter brings its terrible sack, demanding gifts to fill the void. And now you hear a high-pitched, faintly peevish voice. What will you put in my sack? Mr. Sax, are there many of you? Perhaps you had a peculiar experience once before. Mr. Sax, take my best regards. The traditional response from those who wish to keep their possessions. Mr. Sax may be disappointed, but you'll suffer no harm. No harm? Mr. Sax, take this pail of snow? Best be rid of the stuff. It's beginning to melt, and the odour is not attractive. Mr. Sax, take these wicked words. Be rid of all your scandal. You'll need some sticky words to tie it to. A prescribed material, appalling secret. I can get rid of my scandal. Yeah, that seems fun. A tilt of the head. Indeed, indeed. Let me listen closely. Really, really. It listens and departs. That's good, isn't it? You received a visit from Mr. Sax? Question mark. Are we not sure if that was Mr. Sax? Let's do a bit more. A knock on your door, a hunched figure, a rich alto voice. What do you have for me tonight? Again? Mr. Sax, like Christmas, used to come but once a year. It's true then. Something has changed the heart of the bazaar. Mr. Sachs, take this tale of romantic misery. I only have one! No, you can't have it. I'm gonna give him the snow. I'm gonna get in trouble. A carefree shrug. The lacquer is of the quality I might have expected. Yes, indeed. Not generous, but sufficient. Consider the signs. I shall commend you to Penstock should that time come. It snares it with a sweep of its cloak and departs. What's this it has left behind? Since when does Mr. Sachs leave gifts? He gave me a bottle of Broken Giant 1884. This is very strange. Pixarta says Mr. Sachs and Mrs. Hyas. Day 3, Mr. Sachs in a taciturn mood. Ooh. And again, a knock on the door, a looming shape in a white-trimmed red. But this time, Mr. Sachs speaks only one word. Diamonds. I have 23 flawed diamonds. I have 1 magnificent diamond. No, I'm not giving him that. Mr. Sachs, take this little diamond. It's not very impressive, but it's definitely a diamond. A sniff. It makes no other sound. It only takes the diamond and leaves. If I'd given him the big diamond, I bet I would have gotten something really good, but I didn't want to give it to him. Oh, I should have done it, Logos. I got your message too late. I kind of wanted something terrible to happen. Alright, what have I got going on at home? I'm already at home. What's the gate? Oh, okay. That's just to get snow. Day 4 is the exciting one? Oh, is this? Day 4, what's the angle? The Neath snow has fallen more thickly this week. Okay. Mr. Sachs, too, seems thick on the ground. Cloaked and hooded, masterly figures are visiting certain addresses not once but several times, demanding gifts. What is going on? And more importantly, how can you take advantage? Well, I don't have any options. I am not well connected enough to do anything very good with any of this. Magnificent in solitude. You have no need of allies. I just don't have any friends. It was like the renown for each faction was like 5, and I am quite low. That's fine. Day 5, Mr. Sachs purringly. Tonight, Mr. Sachs announces itself with a merry triple knock. Bows, addresses you as my dear. What? Give of your dreams, it says. You've met the ones who desire to rule dreams. I wish only to reflect them. Oh, I would love to give him some really weird dreams, but Mr. Sachs, take this dream of better times. A fond sigh. What a delightful dream. This will be useful, I suspect, in the soothing of those who must be soothed. I will pass it along. Sleep well, my dear. The Mr. Sachs are very strange. This is fun. You can get to 5 with everyone at the carnival? Hang on a minute. I'll go to the carnival. Wait, I have a card. Oh, I've already done that today. Is that if you go to the Big Top and you talk to people? Because I've not had an awful lot of success there. Let's see. Yeah, I can't talk to the rubbery men here. Big Top and the sideshows. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I'll do a little bit of that. I'm going to try and meet the tomb colonists today. Some tomb colonists of your acquaintance hover gloomily near the tiger cages. They appear to be offering money to the owner. It's because I'm super interested in them. Succeeded. Beastly and beastlier. The tomb colonists cease their commerce as you approach, and they nod solemnly. You ask if they are enjoying the carnival. They are not. They complain the crowds are too loud, the colours too bright, and the tigers too expensive. They wish to return to the tomb colonies. The nearest tiger doesn't seem that impressed either. It saunters right up to the bars and unleashes a blood-chilling snarl. The tomb colonists lose their composure and jump. One scrambles on a chair. Not missing a beat, you snarl back at the tiger. Rather to your surprise, it backs off nervously. The tomb colonists are favourably impressed. We're now 2 renowned with the tomb colonies. That was cool. Maybe we can impress the devils. I have a very low chance. Oh, let's do it. A number of junior devils are taunting the fire eaters and fire breathers. They tip their strange hats to you as you approach. Failed again. What or who are they hunting? The devils all seem jolly in their way. The price of hydrogen is up, and the trade in souls is going merrily. They say you should call upon them at the embassy and mention a hunting trip to the Forgotten Quarter. Yeah, I always get that. Fixata says maybe they like some books and bone. Yeah, maybe they would. Alright, I'm doing okay with the urchins, I think. Oh, I'm not 5, so... I want to meet some rubbery men! A gaggle of rubbery men is gathered around the musical donkey. The thing emits an awful racket, but they seem to like it. Gurgle, gurgle, whoosh. The rubbery men gaze at you mournfully. They seem to be making an effort to join in with the donkey, but thankfully the performance is soon over. They make liquid rumbling noises and twitch their tentacles amiably. I love the rubbery men. Absolutely love them. Let's do it again. Well, I think that'll be the last thing we do today, as we befriend the rubbery men. Up to 3. Well, that's quite good. Colleen Bella says, awesome cats and cone. Well. Anyway. I think that is it for today and for a little while with Fallen London. I've been really enjoying Fallen London. I'm definitely going to be back. But I think just for the beginning of the new year, I'd really like to do something a bit different. So on Friday, I'm going to be playing Wildermyth, which is an adventure RPG with strategic combat and lots of story. So I think that'll be very fun. And yeah, thank you all so much. Fixata says, how's Merlin doing, by the way? Merlin is doing great. We've been seeing family quite a lot over the last couple of weeks, which he doesn't really like it when we leave, but we've been trying to come home lots to see him so that he wouldn't get too stressed, and he's been quite happy, I think. So that's good. Thank you everyone so much for keeping me company today and across these many, many weeks of Fallen London. And yeah, I'll be back on Friday and next week as normal. So goodbye, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.